This is going to be a quick video. I'm going to pick up the pace. My name's D7 here at Grok Trade, and this is the weekend edition. Good through September 13th, 2015. We have a ton of people that watch this video over the weekend. So to you who are new, welcome. Glad to have you. Hitting the ground running, you'll see on Friday, the markets end in bullish territory. However, the banks soft. You'll notice here the banks were negative territory. Silver, gold off on Friday, and crude oil down 2%. Crude oil has been getting smashed. US dollar down a fraction. VIX also down due to the bullish activity in the markets. We're going to go here to the S&P 500 ETF, and we're going to show you what's taking place on the daily chart. Quickly, tradingview.com. Tradingview.com is the software that I'm using here. They have a free service. Go check them out if you want to. I'm not affiliated with them in any way, shape, or form. However, if you do go there, you can follow me. Let me tell you why you might want to follow me. See these check marks, these thumbs? The ones that are green were me making a call saying, hey, we're looking to go bullish. And if I called it bullish, I gave it a green thumb. If I called it bearish, I give it a red thumb. Now, let me quantify this. If I click up here on the little light bulb, you don't see it in the video, but it's right up here, a little light bulb. You'll see all these dots. All these dots are people's published ideas. They are publishing their idea on if the markets are going higher or if they're going lower. You'll notice mine are green triangles on my bull calls. So the triangles simply means I'm logged in under my name, and because I'm logged in under my name, it shows me triangles instead of dots. You will only see dots, but if you go to the spider, hover over one of these dots, one of them will be saying D-7. Click on that and you can follow me. And you will get an alert every time I make a call, and you can follow along with me in the markets. Why will you want to do that? Because these calls are permanent. Nobody can change them. After you make a call, they are done. And because of that, there is a timestamp, and you can see who's doing the best. So far, nobody is even coming close to matching my calls in the markets. As far as I know, I've been doing this since 2007. I don't know of anybody else who has called the market as accurately as I have been doing, utilizing just technical analysis. But it's advanced technical analysis. I give you the 101 version of the technical analysis just because the videos they would be far too lengthy if I had to give them all. And that's the stuff that we do in our mentoring. So check this out. We had this drop on the S&P 500, and then this coiling, choppy sideways market here. With that, we build what is called a bearish pennant, and you can go to free online trading education. And once you go there, go to the chart school and look for bearish pennant, and you will see that these tend to drop downward. Now, something happened on Friday that has me very interested. The thing that has me interested here is that we got a close. Now, this is a minor trend line, but we did close fractionally above that trend line. Because of that and huge volume the last minute of the day, just a huge bullish move in the markets. Now, a lot of that could be people buying to cover to get out of the markets so they're not holding over the weekend, all the bears. Certainly could be the case there. But when I see this, I see upside potential. Now, even though this is a big bearish formation, pennant, a coiling pattern, a symmetrical triangle below all major moving averages and moving averages that are dropping, this is poised for a big drop to the downside. Normally, I would say be ready for that. And I'm still saying be ready for that. Anytime you come into the apex of a true symmetrical triangle, so the jury's still out on this. If this is a true symmetrical triangle, a pennant, which is just a small symmetrical triangle, If this is a true one, we are going to see a decisively large move on Monday. At the latest Tuesday, you could get what's called a continuation doji, where you get this little itty bitty candlestick, this little doji here, but it'd usually be on big volume. If you get that, I'm actually going too deep here, so let me keep it simple. Right now, normally Apex, you look for big explosion, almost like what we got here. See this Apex? I said look for a big explosion, and we got it to the downside. Boom! Here, it could be upside or downside. Looking at Friday, could be to the upside, even though statistically speaking, we should get that move to the downside. All right, we are going to go to bigger time frames. And I'm going to look at a couple things. We're going to get into the technicals. We're going to look at silver, gold. We're going to look at a lot of stuff, so stay with me as I rock and roll here. We're going to go to the weekly chart on this. Check this out. Weekly chart, big run, big drop, a rolling over. And look at this. Last 3 weeks, boom, 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 inside trading candlesticks. This is indecision. The markets cannot decide. We tried to break out to the upside. Bears sold into that for the week. Closing right here. I'm expecting a big move going into next week. So mark my words on that. It's going to be a nice pop to the upside with resistance at 200 on the spider or 2,000 on the S&P 500, or a big drop with continuation to the downside. And we always want to go to the monthly on our weekend editions. On the monthly, now the monthly, we're just getting started. I mean, we're a couple weeks into the monthly, and we're still sub this area. We're sub what the candlestick of last month was. So we're teetering down here in a real dangerous area, but we really need to get above 2,000 or 200 for us to really go bullish. And if we do go bullish, it could be several months to the bull side, hitting our head at resistance and a trend line before we roll back over. So that is not out of the question. That could certainly happen. So you have to be nimble and ready to navigate these turbulent waters that are coming our way. But the thing that you definitely want to do, and this is so important that you understand it, is that what I care about is making big money. And to do that, I need to have big moves. So give me a big move. I don't care if it's up or down. Give me a big move. That is important to me. And now here we're going to take a look at the NASDAQ, and with the NASDAQ, I am going to show you the daily. Had this big drop down. We got these two major trend lines. And you can see that they're opening up here, but we go into this kind of a tight trading pattern. But what's interesting here is the NASDAQ is above the falling 20-day moving average. Now that's noteworthy because the S&P is below it, the Dow is below it, everybody's below it, but the NASDAQ or the tech stocks are actually showing relative strength. So again, that's telling me that we could be looking to go bullish into next week. Furthermore, let's look at the weekly chart. The weekly chart, we drop. Instead of having an inside trading candle like we did on the S&P, this one is giving us a higher weekly high and a higher weekly low. This is showing an upside movement or potential movement. Volume for the week was very average. So this is something that we're watching for. On the monthly chart, pull this up, we do this gap down, rally higher, bouncing off the rising 20-month moving average. Very typical to see it bounce off of that. You can see it acting as resistance here. See that resistance on the 20? You come up here, support for the 20-month, support right there for the 20-month support. So it's very typical that this will happen. But the month's only half there. This could bleed out big time and then start to fall. If the market's going to get bullish, it's going to have to happen right now. Okay, so before we get into these commodities and other things, I want to give everybody a heads up. If you go to Grok Trade and you click on Trading Mentor, this is what we're going to do. No obligation, but I'm going to invite you to a webinar that we're going to be putting on, but it's only exclusive to people who want to just know more about the mentorship. If you want an invite to come listen to us talk about the mentorship and just to get all the facts and get all the information on it, what I want you to do, fill out the form. Grok Trade, Trading Mentor, fill out the form. We'll make sure that you get an invite. We're not sure exactly when we're going to do this next week, but we'll definitely let you know. And why you want to do that is this. We're doing a mentorship. We usually do them each month online. We all get together online. We do a 3-day mentorship where we give you all of our secrets. We teach you what it is that we're doing in the markets and how you can do it too. But we're doing a live one in November in Las Vegas. That's very popular. Everybody loves the live one because we're there in person and it's a great 3 days. If you want to just know more about that, definitely sign up. Okay, the banks. Banks are very, very important here. Now that we're looking at them, now check this out. The daily chart on the banks is a big drop, bear flag, pinching. This is big time rising wedge and a bear flag at the same time. This is big time bearish. If this thing starts to break down and breaks down below this trend line, you want to be short this market because the rest of the markets will follow. If you look here on the daily chart, we have a head and shoulders trend reversal pattern that we called out, and then we drop, and now we go into a very typical bear flag. And you can go to the chart school at freeonlinetradingeducation.com, check out the chart school, learn about a bear flag, and you'll see it, or a rising wedge. They're both relevant on this individual chart. Now, if we look at the weekly chart on the banks, big drop. This is just a bear pullback. This is a beautiful bear pullback. This is the time that you're looking for maybe another candlestick up, maybe an inverted hammer, or I'm sorry, a shooting star, or a hanging man, or a doji of some sort, a long-legged doji, or a gravestone doji, a dragonfly doji, whatever reversal pattern you get here, and then you short that to the downside with another leg coming down. So that's something that's very typical. It looks very, very bearish. Let me show you something that looks very bearish. Is the monthly chart on the banks. Monthly chart. Look at this. Big rising wedge. This is hugely problematic. Now let me show you something that is very important, and you'll love me for this. This is the MACD filter 5, 9, and 2. If I draw a line here, now watch this. We have a higher swing high here. Here we have a lower swing high. This is called a bearish divergence on the MACD oscillator. This, whatever this does, is what this will want to do next. So meaning it will drop and make a lower swing high. So there's your warning on the monthly chart on the banks. We're set up perfectly for the markets to drop on the bear or on the bank side, the financial side, and the markets will follow if and when that happens. So long as the banks on the monthly can stay between these two lines, everything is well. If it's really bullish, it will go through that line. If it fails and breaks below this line, in best 20-month moving average, I definitely want to be looking to short this market. And it'll be bloody, bloody, bloody. The drop will be very significant if that happens. So keep your eyes open. Take a look here at silver. Silver on the daily chart, it's just a big falling wedge. I think that we have an opportunity to start to go bullish on this if we start breaking through these trend lines. I think that we're trying to find a bottom here. And if we rally, this would be an inverted head and shoulders. It's a falling wedge breakout to the upside. And this is big time. Matter of fact, I am going to put an alert in just so I'm alerted to any breakout to the upside. Now I have mine set at 1425 on SLV. So I'm doing this in real time, and then I take a look at, oops, I don't want to do that. I'm going to go back to gold, same thing, big drop, looking for a pop. Now I have an alert here earlier, but now that we're dropping, I'm going to move my alert down on GLD. I'll move it down to GLD to there. So now I have it set at 109.38. So if we break out, get above it, I want to be alerted to that. Now some people might buy it now. I think that we're actually going to bounce pretty soon. This looks really bullish to me, but I don't play gold and silver enough to be able to jump in at this level and feel very comfortable. Even though it's a bull flag, this thing's set up to go bullish. So it's something I'm watching for. Let's go to the weekly chart here. Look at this. See the weekly chart, big falling wedge. If this thing breaks out, man, this thing, if it gets over 110, gold is just going to go on. It's just going to catch fire. And look at this monthly chart. It's a huge bull flag that's pinching, giving us a falling wedge also. And we're right here looking to go bullish. Look at this. I mean, gold is set up to have a major run to the upside. Silver is set up to do the same thing. So please share the video. I think people will find this very, very interesting. Let's look at VIX here. While we're here, VIX, I'm going to show you the daily chart on the VIX. It's a volatility index. Volatility has been very, very high, but it's not out of the norm. We're at 17 right now. As long as we stay above these moving averages and all, the market is going to stay bearish. But if we start to drop down here, you definitely want to be looking to go bullish in the market. So definitely watch the VIX or the VIX-E. And a quick reminder, right now, don't hesitate. Go to groktrade.com. Click on Trading Mentor. If you don't even fill out the form yet, I'm going to say do not fill out the form. Just go to this and go down at the bottom and watch these videos. Now, what I did was I gave you unedited videos. You have what they were saying before they do the testimonial and after. So you can make a judgment call on what you think by watching these. Because I hate those that are just fully edited. And, you never know what the reality is. But here is the reality. Now, I do throw in some of those that are edited. These are edited. Watch those too. If you like what you're hearing and you want to know more about the mentorship, fill out that form. I'll make sure that you get a personal invite to come hang out with Mark and I as we just have a very casual discussion of what it is that we'll be doing. Take care, safe trading. If you like the video, please like it. Leave me a comment. I love those. I love conversing with you guys and hearing your ideas. And if you understand these technicals quite a bit and you think others should learn it too, share the video. Catch you guys later.